Hey. How is everybody doing? Make sure you guys are liking the video. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you guys are following me at Lakeysha Keysha on all socials. And y'all, we're going to get into this video because I know by now you guys know that Simon has went ahead and revoked Miss Porsha Williams sponsorship for Nigeria. But baby, that's not all because I told y'all before that Simon is not giving up on this. He feel like he's been played and he is putting it to Porsha. Well, baby, what if I were to tell you that Porsha could go to prison if she put one foot in Dubai? And I'm going to break that down and let y'all know exactly what what I'm talking about and what could possibly happen to her based on the situation with her and Simon and what Simon pretty much said when he filed his lawsuit against Porsha was that she was defaming his character, y'all. So let's get into it. Make sure you guys are liking the video while the intro plays out.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Okay, guys, so let's kind of get into it. Now, by now, I'm sure you have saw the information floating around on social media with regards to Simon basically withdrawing Portia's sponsorship. Okay. He is basically revoking that by going to that government saying, hey, I sponsored this woman because she was my wife. We're no longer together. So now I do not want to sponsor her, which means that, she is not considered a Nigerian resident at this moment because she does not have that sponsorship. Now, what you guys may have saw floating around social media was this right here. It was this document which Simon provided, basically saying that he is not sponsoring Porsha Williams as a resident of Nigeria. Now, I wanted to jump on here and talk about this because I found out this a few weeks ago. And you know how it is when you collecting all this information, sometimes things just fall through the cracks. Well, if you guys don't know, Simon is in Dubai. Now he is in Dubai or Dubai, however y'all say it. Well, what I want you guys to understand is, and I've said this before, and it's really an ugly situation, but hey, it's not our situation, so we're talking about it. Okay. Because Simon has filed a lawsuit against Porsha, and that lawsuit is for defamation. He has filed a defamation lawsuit in federal court because Porsha made or allegedly made social media remarks regarding erectile dysfunction. Now, Simon said that those statements were going toward him. So, that is what, when he filed a lawsuit in November 2024, he claimed that Porsha Williams posted this to her stories and tagged it men's health awareness. And it was about erectile dysfunction. Now, although she didn't name him directly, what he feels is that she intentionally crafted these statements basically to target him. Simon said that these statements are false and that he has never been diagnosed with ED and that they have damaged his reputation, caused him emotional distress, and led to loss of businesses and sponsorship. The complaint also includes, and it claims, with regards to the erectile dysfunction, that he suffered emotional distress and it invaded his privacy. Now, over here in the United States, we don't consider defamation a crime, but it's a civil matter. Unfortunately, not in Dubai. Now, originally, when Simon filed this, he sought 75,000 in compensatory and punitive damages. Now, this is according to the documents in court. However, he did update that, and now he is seeking 500,000 to cover his loss of business, sponsorship, plus additional damages for emotional distress and reputational harm. Now, this case is in federal court, which is the Northern District of Georgia. Now, I needed to read that out to you guys because now I get into the point of this video. Now, as I stated, I told you all that, where we live, we're in the United States. You defame somebody, they can sue you. But I want you to know, and please Google this because I just learned this myself, that in Dubai, defamation of character is a criminal offense. And I want you guys to understand what that means. It means that if Porsha goes to Dubai, she can be arrested. And I'm going to get into what it says. It says in Dubai, you can face criminal penalties, including prison, for defamation. The UAE law treats defamation, insult, libel, and slander as criminal offenses under several statutes, especially when done publicly or via digital means. Now, below are the key points of how the law works and the penalties you may face. Now, I'm reading it so you guys don't see it. So, what this means is, well, it's real simple. And if you are in Dubai, you live in Dubai, let's say you are slandering somebody that lives in Dubai online, your ass can go to jail. Soon as you land over there and they know that you're there, you can go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Take your ass to jail. That's what it says. Now, it talks about the types of defamation and insult and corresponding penalties. Okay. Now, it says public defamation libel, attributing a fact that may subject someone to punishment or contempt. If the person defamed is a public official or someone in public service, or if family's honor is invoked, or if it's done during the performance of duties, then penalties are higher, prison up to 2 years, and a fine. So, what it just stated, y'all, is you can't go online defaming anybody. But it specifically says if this person is a public official or they're a public person, it just makes it worse. Now, the penalty is up to 2 years in prison or fine. Okay. Now, insult without attributing specific factual wrongdoing, public insult, harming and honoring or of dignity is what it says. It says you can face up to 1 year in prison and a fine. Now it says via telephone in presence of others or through more direct means, you can get up to 6 months in prison or fine. In some cases, for slander, insult made directly or in the victim's presence or via phone. Now, it gets into online digital via information systems. Under cyber crime law, insults or defamation via digital online means can lead to imprisonment and large fines in some cases. Now, it says I'm going to read more. It said it depends heavily on how the defamation was made, to whom, where, and by what means. For example, insulting someone directly versus publishing something widely in the media, which is posting online. Okay. Each can carry different penalties. So I believe, reading this, it says, when you go online bashing somebody, that person is a resident of Dubai, you can go to prison. Okay. That's what it says. Public figures, public servants are more protected. So defamatory or insulting statements against them can carry harsher punishment. So Simon is considered a public figure. The law may treat publishing in print or digital media as an aggravating factor. Okay. I'm not going to read that. You guys pretty much got it. So basically, what you need to understand is, and I keep saying this, and I don't know why people think this is a joke. This man is not playing. Okay. Porsha, baby girl, stay the hell out of Dubai, honey, because if you go over there, you more than likely will be arrested. Okay. Because those statements that you put online, that is considered, you're defaming his character. Okay, so in Wisconsin, well, not Wisconsin. Ugh, why did I say that? In Georgia or anywhere else in the United States, we don't consider talking shit about somebody a crime. Now, it could get to the magnitude where the person can be sued, but she could definitely go to jail for up to 2 years, which to me is crazy because we don't live that life. But this is just something that she may want to take seriously because you guys are pretty much in a situation where, yeah, somebody could go to jail. Okay. Now, if I look at, I'm looking at some more information with regards to, going to prison for defamation in Dubai. And it specifically says, that if you are putting out statements that can ruin someone's reputation, that they're gonna take your ass to jail. Now, will she face 2 years in prison? I don't know. But I know if she goes to Dubai, she most definitely can be locked up. And who in the hell want to be out of their country into another country? And the laws are very, very different. So this is something that she might want to take heed. I mean, he has already revoked her, sponsored visa that he had going. And also, I think this is very important too. I don't know if Porsha, you know, wakes up, want to decide how she want to piss Simon off. But one of the things that was very interesting with regards to, him sponsoring Porsha, okay, he mentioned that it was brought to his attention by the Nigerian government that Porsha had actually traveled to Nigeria in December of 2024. Now, the interesting part about that is she used the document that had been issued to her during their marriage. So, you know what that means. I mean, girl, you don't want to be married to the man, but you definitely using documents to get where you need to go. So Simon was advised that given everything that had transpired and they had been divorced, that he had a duty to withdraw the sponsorship that was associated to that document because they are no longer married. But Simon did say he was very disappointed, basically, to learn that despite Porsha having filed for divorce months earlier and actually pursuing relentless the prenuptial agreement and that it be enforced, she still found it, I don't know. She wanted to use whatever benefit she had because she used that document to travel. It's something called Diddy December. Oh my God, not Diddy December. And this is like festivities that they have over there. And honey, I guess she wanted to go, okay, because she used that particular document to actually get over there, which is crazy because if you don't want to be with somebody, I know me, I don't know about other people. If I don't want to be with you, I don't want nothing you got. But apparently, well, we know Porsha is very different. So she did use that document. And as I stated, Simon was not happy about it because he really felt like, girl, if you don't want to be with me, that's fine. But you are definitely using every benefit that is associated with me to get what it is you are trying to get. Okay. So he really, really did not like that at all. Now for Porsha, I don't know. Will she get locked up? I don't know. I bet you she won't take her ass to Dubai. I'll see y'all in the next video. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the pop. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop.